been making music ever since the crack boom. Country rap tunes. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Gotta have guitars and a lot of backbone. Come to the South once, I bet you'll be back soon. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Coming down. Country rap tunes.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man, you got to feel my young partner, Cory Mo.
Yo. What's up with it, man? Your boy Cory Mo back off in this thing one more time for another Country Rap Tunes podcast. And we got some super duper OGs in the building, man. Some of the best DJs in the city, in the nation. I'm going to let my beautiful guest host, Miss Kimberly Latrice Jones, a.k.a. Kimbo Slice with the Dice, introduce who we got off up in this thing today, Chatch.
First of all, let's just give them a big round of applause celebrating 17 years. 17 years of doing the work that they have been doing. If you don't know who Coalition DJs are, you don't do music.
No, I'm talking about.
If you don't know who Coalition DJs are, you definitely don't live nowhere in America. If you don't know who Coalition DJs are, then you don't know what's funky, you don't know what's fly, you don't know what's new, you don't know what's coming, you don't know what's next, you don't know what's up, you don't know what's down, you don't know what's wiki happening in the town. So I just want to just give a big old round of applause with a little scritching and a little scratching to DJ Funky and DJ Big X.
Oh, love, baby.
You ain't gonna make it if they don't say you should make it.
You know what I'm
and
talking
that's
about?
the truth.
Thank you,
You know what I'm
Kim.
talking about? So look, man, we're going to take it all the way back because that's how we do. A lot of people know, a lot of people don't. Well, both of y'all are born and raised. Starting with X.
I'm born and raised in Atlanta. I was raised in Fourth Ward, downtown Atlanta.
Okay.
Then we moved to Decatur, and I was raised from like maybe the third grade on the east side.
East side, I can dig it. What about you, Funky Darryl?
Oh, KCMO, man. Show me state, Kansas City, Missouri. You see this shit on me, man.
Okay.
Act like you don't see this shit on
that's
me,
how
man.
you feel?
Yeah.
I see you.
How long you been in the A?
I moved to Atlanta, man, in 88.
Oh, you from Atlanta now?
When I graduated. Yeah, I moved to Atlanta, man. Went to California down. You know, my family from Alabama, so I was coming to Atlanta every summer, you know what I'm saying? On Glenwood. I didn't even know he lived on Glenwood, going to, what was that club called right there? Before Jazzy T's. It was a club that everybody, yeah. So we used to go to that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were 5 minutes from there back then.
Oh, yeah. And we've been knowing each other a long time, so, we go way back, you know what I'm saying?
I could tell. Did y'all play any instruments coming up in high school? Or?
I played the trumpet.
No shit.
Straight
I
up.
drums a little bit, you know
No
what I'm saying?
shit.
I tried my hands at drums.
I was in the concert choir as well, man. We used to tour, and, I used to do baritone, sing as far as singing.
Oh, yeah?
In the concert choir. Yes, sir. Concert choir.
I ain't mad at that. Okay. So
High
you
school.
actually got some musical background then.
Yeah, I know a
can
few
dig
notes, man. You did.
I can dig that.
Country rap tunes.
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about Funky OG.
You know what I'm saying, Kim?
Y'all been nice to each other for like a whole minute. I'm nervous over here in the corner.
My partner for real, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in Cory Mo house studio for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he taught me a whole bunch.
The
Bullshit
Camera Roll House?
Yes, yeah. Me and Cool Dollar, man, he gave us a room.
Yeah.
He had the cameras on and everything, man. We couldn't do shit. He was like being in jail. Nah, but I love that studio, man, because Cory Mo was hands-on. He taught me how to organize my folder and little shit like that, teach me how to work Pro Tools a little better than what I knew, because he told me shortcuts that I didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? This dude was a genius as far as that, you know what I'm saying, mixing and all that shit. So I give him that.
I ain't gonna lie, that boy Funky definitely brought a lot of people over to that County Road spot. You had brought
Trick.
You brought Trick over there. Man, I think you brought Jock over there. You brought a whole bunch of people.
We did an album, man.
Slice 9 used to be up in that thing every day.
I did an album over Cory Mo House, and it got Travis Porter,
did
wow.
Travis Porter.
Everybody on that project, man.
You brought Fabo to my house.
I got 18 albums, so if you ain't heard my catalog, the best of DJ Funky is available on Spotify right
know
now.
what I'm talking about?
No,
Get your sub.
DJ Funky Daryl, y'all don't get it twisted, man.
Don't play with him. Don't play
Platform.
with
Shout out to
him.
Empire Distribution, Ghazi. You know what I'm saying? Ghazi, he was hanging out in Atlanta, man, when he first started the label. He was on In Grooves at first. And then he said, Funky, put your album out with Snoop on In Grooves. So we did the Smoking While We Drive on that. That was my first single I ever put out, you know what I'm saying? It had Dask, it had Snoop on there, you know what I'm saying? Bo Hagen, Jagged Edge was singing on the hook. Go pull that up, man.
You know
Smoking
what?
While You Drive.
You know what? Some of y'all first coalition meetings y'all did over there at my spot in County
We did,
Road.
man.
I
And,
got video footage of that shit.
and we was trying to figure it out, man, because X was like, man, give me 6 weeks, bro. If we can do this shit in 6 weeks, we can do this shit for 17, 18, 19 years. And look at us.
Yeah,
Man, I need my 5% off all
Oh,
that.
Lord,
I need
have
5%.
mercy.
That's
Here he
the
go.
conversation he had with me.
For real.
I need my 5% off everything, man.
Lord. So what made y'all want to become DJs? Because I keep telling Cory I want to be a DJ real bad. And he said he going to give me DJ lessons. Because I feel like with a nickname like Kimbo Slice with the Dice, I need to be DJ.
Yeah, you should be.
Why
That's a
not?
dope
Right?
name.
Yeah.
Well, I started DJing. If I tell you the year I started, I had to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, but
A long time ago.
I started a long time ago, and what got me was I went to the gym to a dance one time, and I never seen a DJ before. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the guy. He was controlling the crowd. He had the call and response, and he really controlled the room. So that's what really
That was
made me.
MC, brother.
Yeah, but no, this is when the DJ was doing it. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
So for me, that's what really made me want to be a DJ. When I seen how the DJ controlled the whole atmosphere, what was going on at the party, at that point, it just made me go, I know this is what I want to do. Then I messed around and went to go see Run DMC one year. And after I seen Jam Master Jay, I knew this is what I wanted to do.
No question.
Jam Master.
I remember when Jam Master Jay came to was it the Gate?
That was
right,
the Gate.
right next door to Jazzy T. He walked over to Jazzy T's. I got a chance to get a, autograph signature from him as well. I still got it to this day. Long live Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying? Legend in hip hop.
Yeah, we got a picture that night as well.
Yep, I still got that picture. Me, X. It was DMC.
No,
it was Run. DMC wasn't there.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever met Kool Herc? Because I feel like as a DJ, that's like top of the list is to be Kool Herc.
Nah, I haven't met him.
I haven't met him
I
either.
haven't had a chance to meet him. So I would love to meet him. You know what I'm saying? But when that's like New York royalty. So if you're not really in the know when you go to New York, he ain't just
Out and
available.
about.
I take
Yeah.
that back. Wasn't he when I did Rap City? I know I met a lot of them from D Nice to Phone Master Flex to Red Alert. He might have been there in the tunnel that night.
Yeah, that was so many. That was long ago. That was years ago.
Yeah, but
You're talking early 2000s.
yeah.
But what exactly, as far as like, I know y'all started with just y'all two, but how many DJs is with the coalition now? Like,
We in
got different
17
cities and-
markets across the country.
Okay,
If
you
y'all
gotta
go
tell
on
me.
Instagram right now and pull up Coalition DJs, you can see all the different chapters because we all got Instagram pages. So
Yeah.
we active, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And we also doing a Power Summit this summer, man, which you've been a part of, man.
Oh,
we
yeah.
appreciate you, Cory Mo, for letting us use,
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, in some of your studios at
Already.
the time,
you
getting on
turned
the
me
panels.
that spot.
Y'all got to do something over here now. I got a whole thing in the back too.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Green
this
screen,
spot.
everything over
Shout out to D1, nephew.
Turn
Uh,
I'm One Studios.
Oh yeah.
We in this thing, man. What you got, Kimbo?
So I just feel like you can't be a real DJ if you don't know how to rock it at the strip club. That's like, especially here in Atlanta. That's like, because even, I feel like Atlanta is the only place I know when I go to other cities that even women is part of our culture to go to the strip club. Like the sisters go to the strip club too because that's where the fellas be at. First of all, that's where the good wings is at.
it used to be, you know what I'm saying, they used to downplay the strip club, Cory Mo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really?
back when I first came, you know what I'm saying, when X used to get me in the club all the time, I used to carry X crates. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But after he DJ, we'll go to Nicky's or something, you know what I'm saying? If I don't get in, he don't get in. I mean, if he don't get in, nobody gets in. You know what I'm saying? If my people can't get in,
Yeah.
He was a celebrity at the time. You know, he was working at Rowdy Records with Dallas Austin. You know what I'm saying? You might pull up to the studio and see George Clinton. What up, D1? You might see George Clinton. You might see Madonna. You might see TLC. You might see Busta Rhymes, Nas. I met so many people. Eric Sherman, Redman. I seen him teaching Redman how to make a beat one time. Like,
Oh, wow.
on the drum machine at Rowdy. So I seen a lot of stuff at Darp Studios. But when I met X, he just embraced me, man. I was from Kansas City, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in the mix, find out what Atlanta was about, you know what I'm saying? He accepted me like I was his brother or something, you know what I'm saying? So
we've been rocking
we still, like, I would carry this craze. Now we business partners type shit.
Go.
You know what I'm saying?
Love
So
it.
Gotta love that. Hey, man, hey, X, you got to tell the people the records that you done produced, man, that people might not know, stuff that you done worked on back in the Gap.
I did like De La Soul, Too Short.
Oh, love, man. Tell them, man. Preach, man.
Shit.
Will Smith.
Oh, wow.
George Clinton. Who else?
Nivea.
Yeah, Nivea. I started her. I had her first record ever.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Who else?
DJ X Presents is out there.
I had that's when I was producing. You know what I'm saying? That's you talking 20, 30 years ago. You know, we was one of the I had like the first group signed out of Atlanta, which was Y'all So Stupid. We was signed to Arista through Rowdy.
It was called Y'all Stupid.
Y'all so stupid.
Yeah, it was an album called Y'all So Stupid.
Okay.
But it was similar like to some Far Side type shit. It was some shit, some
Dope
backpacker
hip-hop
shit. You know
album.
what I'm saying? But it was a dope little hip hop album.
What you did your beats on?
Back then, I was doing on a 1200 and a 1000. But before I did Y'all So Stupid, I did the Hard Boys, which was like the first. That was like the first album in Atlanta, like when everybody went from like from fun music to gangster music. So until we did the Hard Boys, everybody in Atlanta was doing party records. So that's what kind of after that you start seeing the emergence of like the T.I.s, the Outkast, and all. You know, that just. We had a voice at that time, you know what I'm saying? Before that, everything we made was just party records. That's you had Raheem the Dream, you had Shy-D, but after the Hard Boys, that's when you start really getting the Ghetto Mafias and all that kind of stuff that came after that.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. Hard Boys was the first group I seen with a billboard in Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I seen Ghetto Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
Big D had a billboard on Carolyn Road. I like, this nigga, they doing it.
That's in Atlanta back then, man. You only had like maybe 5 or 6 producers. It was like me, Dallas, Jermaine, Joseph Corn, Toom. You can name them, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know,
Shout out
everybody
to
in
Toom.
Atlanta, this shit like Hollywood, everybody do something.
Yeah.
You know how you go to Hollywood and everybody, an actor or actress in Atlanta, everybody do something.
Black Hollywood,
So,
baby.
You know, everybody's you either a manager, you got a studio, you do something. So that's where Atlanta is now. And that's a good thing too. It's not a bad thing. It's just you know, it's kinda hard now to kind of filter through what's good and what's bad now.
I tell people it's more opportunity in Atlanta, but it's more competition.
Oh yeah. It's like you in the big tank with the big sharks.
I love competition, though.
Yeah.
It drives you.
You know what competition is to me? Who gonna stay the most consistent?
Yeah. If you ain't consistent, you're going to fall off fast.
Sure.
If you don't spend an hour on your craft every day, what the fuck are you doing, nigga?
Straight up.
An hour, nigga? You can't take an hour for yourself?
Yeah, but you'll sit there and watch a 2-hour movie on Netflix doing nothing.
And who taught me that? DJ Big X. Yep, because we was starting the coalition, man. We was in his living room, man, just really going over crack. He like, give me some music, Funky. I'm finna get back in the clubs right away. So it was CDs and shit back then. So we was transferring CDs to that type shit. We was doing the technical shit. He said, Funky, I'm finna take some of these drops you got from David Banner and Lil Jon and all these niggas, and I'm gonna make you a signature. That's how that DJ Funky Underground Hype, you know, Gangsta Grill had his little tag, so I had my tag. But I was doing all them albums and shit. So I had to get a tag. I was about to do Rap City. I was doing, what was we doing? Social Def Radio with Jermaine Dupri. And he gave me a pick of the week. Remember that shit every week? So all the freestyles from my mixtapes, he was taking them and putting them on the radio. From Gip to Cool Joe, whoever. Little Scrappy and all them niggas, you know, we was putting all them freestyles on the radio. Yeah. So that ended up being a big ass show, and a lot of them artists from doing that got signed. From Rocco to you name it.
Yeah.
All them niggas getting signed from that pick of the week. So
So,
shouts out to Jermaine Dupri.
Just imagine you seeing all that happen, right? Seeing the David Banner, seeing all these people. Just you seeing, okay, these people way before the nation even know who they are. But these guys who actually are putting their hands on them ain't even getting no recognition. Everybody else getting recognized for David Banners, the T.I.s, the Jeezys, and all this shit. I'm saying, hey, man, these guys right here, I know for a fact, is in the club every night of the week. Right. You get what I'm saying? These are guys who are really touching this music for real.
Yeah.
But when they get time to get the accolade, they never get them. You know what I'm saying? So when I left Rowdy, I had a group. I was at the time I had a group called the Backwoods. I don't know if you remember that group.
Yeah.
I had got that group signed, and I was working in the administrative side of the business.
Okay.
So when I did that and I left, one thing I learned from being on the administrative side, I knew that how records was being broke through the DJs. You know, record labels was really going targeting the mix shows. They was using the DJs. So when I left Rowdy, I was just like, okay, now let me go and take what I learned from being at Rowdy and apply it to what I know in the streets, which was I knew Funky, I knew X-Rated, I knew I was about to go back to the clubs. Then we had we had Nando. I met Nando when I started working over at Onyx. So when I went in the club, I always tell this story, which it sounds crazy. We was doing a contest called Bitch Slap. And Nando said, come host Bitch Slap with me. I was like, all right, well, I'll come over there. Bitch Slap it is. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm DJing in the club, all these artists is walking up, handing me $100. I'm talking about 3, 4, like $700. I got $700-800 in my hand in like a 20-minute span. You get what I'm saying?
What are they giving you the money for? Tell them that.
Just to get their record played in the club right then. No coming back tomorrow. This is just right then. So I went home that night after I left the club. I called Funky. I'm like, Funky, well, you gotta give me 6 weeks. You gotta give me at least 6 weeks, 6 months, because we gotta make this work. I said, if we come together and get these guys something that they can do more than just that night,
right?
We can build something. It could turn into something. And when we did it, we never knew. Like I tell anybody, that's why Funky always say consistency. We didn't know we would be sitting there 17 years later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just us going, hey man, every day we got to get up and do this every day. Funky is more like the street person. Here, everybody know Funky. I'm more the in-house guy. I'm at home every day.
Brains. That nigga smart as fuck.
I'm at home.
I'm gonna go and say it.
I'm at home every day. I look at this like a business. For me, it is a business. I wake up every morning just like I
up early, boy.
I do this every morning like it's a job. I wake up at 7, 8 in the morning. I wake up every day and I do just like a job. I work all the way to 5, 6 o'clock. Then I take my time off and I do the same routine every day. So the consistency, what he's talking about that's why we've been able to do New Music Monday for the last 15 years every Monday. We've been able to do our anniversary for the last 17 years because we consistently know if we stay doing it, it don't matter what the outcome is, or how many people hate on us, how many people continuously bark at what we're doing. If we stay consistent, we'll fight through all that bullshit and continue to keep striving. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Because if you ain't doing something that somebody is not liking or they talking about you, then it's something you need to be doing to make them do that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the only way you can really have a real sign of your success is when somebody's hating on you.
That's real. That's real. I ain't mad at that at all.
That's good to hear.
Well,
So
we meet with our team every day too, man, by the way. Shout out to the coalition.
So do artists need labels these days? Yes or no?
It depends on the artist. You know what that means.
Well,
Cause we just got through talking about it. If their work ethic sucks, hell yeah, they need somebody to help.
If you want me to give you my opinion, I say this.
That's real.
If you got a good record and you know you need that money to push it, yes.
Yeah.
But if you're an artist that's out here and you already kind of got a fan base and you kind of got an audience, no. Because one thing you can do, even as an independent artist right now, and I've been saying this on the platforms, you'll make more money with a QR code selling your record on your phone before you make $200 on those platforms.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? If I was at the anniversary the other night, right, and I was an artist, right, and I had my record on a QR code, each person that I walked up to, I could sell my single for $1. If I left out of there with $100 that night, is that not a success?
That's more than some of your streams gonna
you
add
ain't
up.
gonna-
Right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
take a
Yeah.
minute.
You get what I'm
It's gonna take a
saying?
minute to get that
Even
on
if
some
I walked out of there
streams.
with $40, I just made more than I probably would have made in a month on Spotify. And a lot of times we don't look
for
at it.
10,000
DTC, man,
streams.
direct to
Direct
consumer.
to
You know?
consumer.
Yeah.
We got to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like when people go, they try to see. This is what we got to stop doing. We got to stop putting the verses kind of thing against. The label's gonna do what they're gonna do. We have to start doing the things that we have to do as an independent because people forgot what it is to be an independent.
Right.
When you say you're independent, that means you say you're gonna do
Everything.
everything independently that a major label would do. So you can't sit around and complain about the things that got to be done. You got to go find the resources to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So if artists start doing that, then they'll start winning again. But if they're not doing the things that it take to gain those resources, whether if it take you to go and, you know, sometimes you got to step outside the arena that we already in here in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to reach outside of this. That's part of my post I made the other day. How many of y'all records are playing outside of the 285 bubble?
Who? Boy.
And see, and that leads
Preach.
me right into my next thought for y'all. Content. Like a lot of these artists don't realize that that content is king. Like you can reach and not just people are stuck on I gotta go TikTok viral as if though that's the only form of like content that you create. But it's tons of other ways for you to get involved in content. I just did for New Year's Eve. I made what we call a 48-hour film, which is 48 hours before we were supposed to shoot the film. I wrote the film, cast it, crewed it, and we spent 12 hours on New Year's Eve shooting the film, right?
That's dope.
You know as many music people follow me, I only had one artist get in my DM and say, I got records for the soundtrack.
Right.
One. I had all types of actors and actresses. My DMs were flooded with actors and actresses, crew people who wanted to show up. Even the chef was like, I'm going to come cater for y'all. All of this. I had one artist hit me like, Ms. Jones, I got music for the soundtrack that you can put that's not gonna get dinged. One.
So, I got some music for you.
Fucking keep some music.
I would love.
Funky don't even answer his phone. I
I
try to
would
call
love that
him. He don't
opportunity.
answer the
Oh,
phone.
no, he ain't gonna answer that phone now. I called him about 3 times today.
That's not true, y'all. It's funny because I gave my number out. Jermaine Dupri told me to get my number out on Rap City one time. So I remember that day I gave my number out. It wasn't no Instagram or no Facebook or none of that shit back then. It was a real solid number. So you remember that shit? They were calling my phone. Everybody in the country called me, man. And it was a great move, man, because that's how I really got popular back then. You know what I'm saying? That national exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's hard.
So I did Yo Gotti first mixtape off of that shit. Shout out to Yo Gotti, you know what I'm saying? Back to the basics. That was the first tape we did. First tape he did.
What's up with it, man? It's your boy Cory Mo. I need everybody to go and download the mobile app, Country Rap Tunes Radio, 24/7 non-stop Southern hip hop. All your favorite throwbacks. It's available on Android and it's available on iPhone. Also, I need you to log on to countryraptunes.com, support a player. If y'all looking for that fly merch, you already know what it is. Also, you can get all your exclusive Country Rap Tunes podcasts there. Everything involving Country Rap Tunes. You know where to go. You know what to do. Holla at your boy. Check.
Country rap tunes.
Look, check this out. So how much money do it really cost to break an artist? Not to break a record, to break an artist.
You got to have enough money to fail.
And that's real. I mean, like a lot of people throw numbers out here, right? The reality side of it is if you ain't really got enough money to fail for real, it ain't nothing you should be trying. It take a lot of money to break a record. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the funny part about breaking a record is people think is more easier for us to break a record because we have a company because that's what we say we do. But we have to pay the same toll you pay.
It's like opening up a strip
We
club.
do the same thing. We have to do all the same things that we are asking the artists to do when we have a record. There's no exception when it comes to breaking a record. That's why they always say there's no particular way that you can break a record and have the same success over and over and over again. If it was, they could do it for every artist.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right. You gotta have the right time and the right team, the right amount of money,
and that's the one thing a lot of artists don't have.
Resources.
They'll have a great record, but they won't have a team to work it. So
Front office.
That's the one thing I
Discipline.
will say about the Migos and the Futures and all the people that we can say, hey man, we played a part of their movement. You know what I'm saying? They had people that on the team outside of what we did in the club.
Yeah,
They had a
still
team
working.
of people that was still working, that was still making their movement work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these cats now is like they one-man teams. They ain't trying to
do
get it.
everything
They're not
themselves.
trying to build a team because the industry had told them all I got to do is put my record up online and it's going to go. You see what I'm saying? And we got to, it's a little bit, yeah, you can put your record up online, but at the same time, you have to understand what promotion and marketing means to you as an artist.
Right. It's like 100,000 records come out every day or something, right?
Yeah, because you got people that believe the more records you put out, the likely you'll be successful, and you ain't really been taking up a lot of space. That's why I'm not mad at what Spotify does as far as not paying you for the $1,000. I mean, not paying you because you haven't got over 1,000 streams. Because a lot of times people just putting records up just to be putting them up with no fan base, no nothing. I do this thing at New Music Monday, right? I tell artists, you can come perform for free as long as you can get 10 to 15 people to come pay to see you.
And then let me ask you this. Like X, I always say this, man. And this is a good point on the same subject. How do you find an artist's music? If they just drop the record, how do you find it? On TikTok?
Social media.
Okay.
But when you say social media, every artist ain't promoting on social media.
Well,
You
they
ain't following,
crazy.
but you ain't following, and you ain't following every artist.
True.
So a lot of times, if the artists don't know you and you don't know the correct spelling, most of the artists that are on those platforms are like invisible. And the reason why I say that, because if I don't know the correct spelling, if I don't know what day you put it out or who you are as an artist, I'm gonna go right past
never
you.
gonna come on your
because you're never
timeline.
gonna be on none of the main platforms. You're never gonna be on none of those playlists.
So answer
You know
that
what I'm
question.
saying?
How do you find an artist when they drop? Cory Mo?
Social media, but obviously that ain't everything. iTunes, Spotify, but then when you go there, you still don't.
Exactly. So how do you find it when you strolling? Like,
I mean, you literally got to go to an
if
open
you're not
mic
on the
night.
charts,
You know what I'm saying? You got to go to Music Monday. You got to go to open mics in the city. You literally got to be boots on the ground to find somebody for real. Because like he say, on social media, it might not never come on your timeline. You might not never see these people.
If you're not
Yeah.
following a certain person, or
Yeah.
that feed don't get enough
not gonna
numbers to
show
where
you.
it hit the the Explore page
The-
or For You
the
page,
For You
then
page.
you may never get seen. And then a lot of times when you pay to be on those certain page, those blogger pages, you only up there for like 5 days, depending on what you paid for, and that ain't enough. That ain't long enough for you to really get no recognition for somebody to go wow. Unless that
Right.
song takes off that day that he put it up, and it does 3-4 million streams that day. Then everybody go, oh, this record must be something, because everybody gravitated toward it.
And you know what? A lot of people don't take advantage of the paid ads, because if you go into the back end of your Facebook, the business manager of Facebook, you can literally do these campaigns and it'll promote you on Instagram and on Facebook, and it'll be on people's feeds. But you got to do $10 a day or more if you really want to see some real results, whether you're trying to get it to your website to purchase merch, or you're trying to get them to Spotify to listen to your music, or YouTube to watch your video. If you're not spending no money on these platforms, you just out there hoping.
Well, you know, I find a lot of new artists that I love. Sync. I'll be watching a TV show and I'll hear a record and then I'll Shazam the record.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, there's an artist right now that I'm following that I love. I discovered him because he had a song on Insecure. And then when I Shazam that song and found him, then I went down and found like all his albums that he had recorded and everything. And now I've been like a super fan.
I give everybody a little cheat code a little bit, right? If you're an artist, man, and you really trying to get your music out there, all you gotta do is look at those movies and see who the music supervisor is.
Oh yeah.
And most
Read
of
the
those,
credits.
And most of those music
Supervisor.
supervisors are on LinkedIn.
read
Ain't
the
that
credits.
You know what I'm
Hold
saying?
up.
So
Message.
most of the people that you're trying to find are right there on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? All your executives, so you know you can reach out. You know they only gonna reach back out to who they think is serious anyway.
Right.
But you do have an opportunity, being that you may not know anybody.
That's real.
You can use those platforms to kind of help you navigate as an artist too.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah,
Definitely dropping some gems. So look, do y'all get into the crypto and the stocks at all? Or?
My son's into that.
Oh, yeah?
Real heavy. So shouts out to Slice 9, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Sliz
we all,
Ice.
listen, man. Me and Funky old school. I'm gonna tell you something real. Like when they used to bringing us the crypto. Remember, everybody had the crypto game. Everybody,
invested.
and
We tried
We
it.
tried it. Hey man,
It
we
ain't
old
for
school.
everybody,
That
man,
ain't for
you know.
everybody, man.
Yeah,
You know
true.
What I'm saying? So you know, to those that's winning with it, hey man, God bless them.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? But we didn't buy in on the Trump's crypto.
Hey, man, but I do want to say this, man. Shouts out to fan base. 'Cause they giving
Oh,
people
yeah.
opportunities, you know, for stock, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's
to
what they
invest.
call it.
Shout out to
You
fan
can invest,
base.
you
Hold
can
up,
invest,
man.
you can
And I
invest
wish
in the
Ike
stamp.
Dirty.
I wish I
fan
knew
base.
that back then when Instagram first started and TikTok and stuff like that. So everybody go to fan base. They are giving you opportunity to make some money, man.
You know, Cory, I don't know. I know it's a startup. It's a startup website you can go to. That they got a bunch of like startup tech
Start
companies.
Engine.
Yeah, you can go and invest in them kind of companies. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Yeah, it's called Start Engine.
I've heard of that before, but I never tried to do it.
yeah, they got a bunch of
That's a good
startup companies, and you can go right in if you want to invest in. They sometimes they have different. It be different companies. It be different tech companies. You can invest right. You can invest into the development of them.
So when y'all gonna make the Coalition DJs movie? Because I feel like it's better than a movie. Like let me tell you my vision, right?
Oh, look.
It's
Gonna
a
start off
six-
as strokers.
Right, gonna start off as strokers. It's a 6-part miniseries, kind of how they did the New Edition movie, and there's gonna be a limited series, 6 episodes.
I don't feel like we ready for a movie yet because we
What do
still.
you mean, 17 years?
Nah, the reason why I say that because man, y'all don't even understand the stuff that we about to do.
Okay.
You feel me?
So you
Okay.
said the ending ain't played just yet.
Heck no. And then the other thing is I got 5 documentaries. You know what I'm saying?
No, I want
Shouts out
this to be scripted,
I got
like
you.
a TV show.
Hey, put it on the table.
Hey man, I receive that, boo. There
you go.
I'm receiving that.
I'm with
because listen, as
you go.
we speak, a lot of people are saying that. You know, when the movie coming, when the documentary coming, when y'all gonna do the TV show. And we've been, our desire is to always want to do that. You know what I mean? Like we think like anything when it comes to the Atlanta strip club culture, that's definitely a story that we could tell. You
Or
get
the
what I'm
DJ
saying?
culture.
Or the DJ culture.
And nobody's done the DJ culture like that
or
before.
the producer DJ culture.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
DJ turned producer culture because
All
you know what I'm
that.
saying. I did just A&R Ice Cube album. You did as a DJ.
How
You
did
feel me?
that
Shouts
come
out for that.
about, man? How did you get into that lane? Being A&R for Cube, one of the coldest to ever
taking
do it.
my hour a day that I preach all the time, getting in the studio
Consistent.
every Wednesday. I started at Cory Mohouse. That's funny you said it because I did my Wednesdays with DJ Hershey at your house. Every Wednesday we picked it Wednesday.
Yeah.
That was my day.
Shout out to Hershey.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Forrest. Everybody wanted to do Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So I kept that Wednesday. So every Wednesday to this day, I'm in the studio with you know what I'm saying, recording. So this particular Wednesday, when we was in the at Stankonia Studios, I called Mike Epps. He's an artist too. You know what I'm saying? He's a comedian, but he's an artist too. We got a lot of records out. Go online, check out some of that stuff we did.
Oh wow.
That's on one of them albums that I put out. Touchdown. Called Zaytoven that day. I called K Major. I called my African artist, man, Aisha Dunn. You know what I'm saying? We put a record together. It was called No Cap. It actually made Cube album because Mike Epps took it to him. You know what I'm saying? Data and Craig got together. He played that record, No Cap. I think I played it for you, everybody, and everybody liked the record. Cube heard it, wanted to get on it, got on the record from that session. You know what I'm saying? He probably never would have happened if I didn't get in the studio and start working on something. But anyway, the record ended up making the album. He said, man, you got some more records, Cory Mo, everybody done sent me beats. I called Davis Banner. I called Killer Mike, you know what I'm saying, man, ex-babysitter that Killer Mike featured because the band was busy. Y'all just got 3 Grammys with CeeLo.
Hold up.
God damn it! So
Hold
it
up.
was amazing to even get Killer Mike on that project because he was so busy at the time. Rico Wade had just died,
Man.
but so you know what I'm saying. Shouts out to Killer Mike for even
Straight
taking
up.
the time to do that. You know what I'm
Killer
saying. But
Kill.
anyway, that record ended up being number 7 in the country. Debuted at number 7. That It's My Ego single. You know what I'm saying. From A&R, just putting guys together. I've been doing the put together thing. You know what I'm saying? Putting artists and stuff together and putting out albums. I told you I had 18 projects, so this was a blessing to do this Ice Cube project. To make a long story short,
Straight up. That's hard.
I'm taking my hour a day in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta love that, man. Cube is the coldest, man. I remember back in the day when I really had a lot of love for rapping. I would literally listen to Ice Cube and I would write his whole entire verse down. I would write it down word for word just so I know how to structure my bars.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
I did that with Ice Cube and I did that with Scarface.
Wow.
And man,
They just did the remix together.
yeah.
Shouts out to Face.
Shout out to Face.
You know, it's crazy because me and his manager was talking in your studio the last time, and then a couple weeks later, that shit ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Face. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. Oh, you talking about
Ice
Heavy?
Cube. Yeah,
Heavy. Okay, yeah.
that's Face manager.
Yeah,
He was over
Big
here.
Hev. Shout out to Hev, man. He
So-
came over here with
And I
Zero.
told him I need to get Cube, and that shit ended up happening. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. You gotta talk things
Manifest.
into existence, man. That's the only way, bro.
It's real.
You really gotta talk it into existence, man. Because if you don't see it before it happened, it ain't gonna happen.
That's right.
And you got to believe, man, sometimes in the process of doing this album, Q didn't respond to some of the tracks. And then 2 weeks later, he like, I want this. You can't give up. You got to just keep believing. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, boy, you're going to be discouraged and not want to send people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a producer, you like, damn, that nigga ain't fucking with this shit.
Right, yeah.
But you stay consistent and you end up getting 3 fucking Grammys, nigga. I'm so proud of your ass.
Oh, love, man. Oh, love,
'Cause
man.
I remember how you say, man, when I'm going to get one funky?
And you know what? I made that
That's a
beat
good Cory
at
Mo
the
impression.
Candler Road studio. The record that's on Killer Mike that just came out a year ago.
Wow.
I did that beat on Candler Road, bro.
And that was-
told
and
you,
that
see
was
what I'm
a few-
saying?
that was a
Perfect
few years
example.
ago.
Yeah, man.
Perfect
Real
example.
deal. Like 2000, maybe 16 or 17,
Yeah,
I made
man.
that beat, bro.
Yeah.
Real deal.
Some real East Side shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So nobody really knows what the next wave is better than a DJ. So what's the next wave in music? Like what's hot? What are people interested? I know what Cory already know what I would say my genre of music, my style, what's hot, what's under the wave is. But what is y'all's?
Me personally, I want to bring the instruments, instrumentation back. Like,
Bands. Like
not even the band, just the analog sound, just the. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's just more like, okay, say
Live
if I'm playing, instead of
instrumentation.
playing a bass on the keyboard, live bass, instead of
organic.
yeah, just different instruments. Like when we did the Superfly soundtrack, you know what I'm saying, with Sleepy Brown, Burn One, you know what I'm saying? We had shakers and just real real claps, you know what I'm saying, real the feel like when Motown used to do it live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't have all the 8 tracks and all that shit. They used to do that shit live, one take all the way down.
Analog.
X know what I'm talking about because he's a real producer. I don't know his
But
vision.
nah, I just see the music changing here in Atlanta, you know, because we got so much coming. You got FIFA coming. You got the so many different things are coming to Atlanta that's gonna change the culture, even with downtown as we look in the future. Like when you look at DJs now, you're seeing people talk about the how much trap music is being played in the club versus just regular music that we used to just play in the club back in the day. So you about to start seeing that change. You know, you're gonna see a lot of clubs that you go to, you're gonna hear like open format. You know what I'm saying? That's why because you're gonna have people that's coming here from all across the world. So you know they're not gonna be used to coming in just hearing trap music all night long. You get what I'm saying?
And
So-
you got older people that want to hear Southern Soul. They don't, you know, they want to dance and shit again.
He know that's what I be
Yeah,
about
so-
that Southern Soul. I be
Kim
down there
love
the
that Southern
trail
Soul,
rides.
man.
I be living my best life.
So you know you got a lot of different
Duval.
you got Afro beats that's happening right now. So you got a lot of different genres that's right here in Atlanta that's changing the format of what we know as clubbing in Atlanta. Then you got a lot of clubs, I think they might start doing the
Afrobeat.
no, they might open the dance floors back up, take some of the sections out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to open this thing up so we
Might
can
as
start
well.
having fun again. You know, it's I think, and I said this on one podcast before. I said like what really happened was, in my eyes, it's my opinion. I don't, I have a right to my opinion.
For sure.
I think when the promoter seen what we were doing in the strip clubs, and they took what we were doing in the strip clubs, from the sections to the bottles being popped and all that, and they took that to the regular club. That's when it got oversaturated.
Yeah.
Girls.
You know what I'm saying? You had the bottle girls,
looking
because
like
we had the
strippers.
waitress. The waitress looked like strippers. So when you took that culture from the strip club and then you took it to the main club, now you got that all over the city, everywhere. That's the regular club is like the strip club now. Now you got the regular club competing with the strip club. So when you see that, that's why it's just oversaturated. And now it's got to be some change. Yeah. Now you got to bring something different. You got to bring back some diversity to the scene.
I feel that. I ain't mad at that.
I don't know if that answers the question.
It did.
Yeah. So look, let's take it to a lighter note. Who is y'all favorite artist of all time? I'm gonna let y'all think about it.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna let you think about it now. Y'all some
been
DJs,
so nice
so
to each
y'all
other this
can't
whole
say the
interview.
wrong
Don't
thing.
fall out there.
Favorite artist of all time. It could be rap, R&B. It could be old, dead, alive. It could be.
One.
I mean, you can give me your top three if you want.
I give you my top two. I do James Brown and George Clinton.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
love,
saying?
man.
And I do that because they changed the foundation of what we consider to be R&B music.
Yeah.
When you look at what they
Turn
brought
that
to
into funk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at what we actually are doing right now in music, all the foundation of that come from them two
Straight
guys.
up.
So how could you not love music and not love them? You gotta love the foundation. And that's what I think a lot of the kids, they don't know about the foundation. Like when you talk about funk, I remember how big, like when you listen to Dr. Dre, that whole foundation of what the whole West Coast is built on is funk. You know what I'm saying?
Sure is.
So
He sampled a lot of that.
Yeah,
old
so
Parliament and all that stuff.
and a lot of the kids now, they just not educated. So that's why you keep hearing, when you hear music now, you hear records from 10 years ago because they can't go back further than that.
At all.
So
and Michael Jackson come up off James Brown.
Right.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
always
So
gave
how
him
you
credit.
gonna hate James,
And then,
man?
Prince came out of James Brown.
Know what I'm
You know
saying?
what So you had rap came out of James Brown. You know what I'm saying? So much came out of that foundation that you gotta love that.
Even skate culture come out of James Brown.
Yeah.
Like
It
people
was
know
all
that
in-
JB skate.
It was all in the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? It was all everything was on the one.
Straight up.
If
What
you
about
talk-
you, Funky Darryl?
Man, so I wouldn't go back that far. It would probably be current with me.
Okay.
It would probably be some Future. MJG had one of my favorite verses of all time.
I love MJ.
Lay It Down was probably my favorite song of all time because of where my culture, how I live. You know what I'm saying?
I say that every night before I go to sleep. Alvin would tell you, I'll call. They'll be like, "What you finna do?" I'll be like, "Lay it down, old lady, lay it down."
Nah, my verse, the part of the song I like is 30 buses at my yard talking shit about a bitch.
Hold up, man.
Hold up now.
Love MJ.
What's harder than that?
Shouts out to Baba G.
All right, so look, Kim, you wanna ask him about their favorite?
Yes,
cereal?
because I need to know, and I know me and Funky gonna be on the same page because they're my brothers. And
Okay,
we love
now.
each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I already
now.
know he gonna say the right thing. Unlike some people be coming on here saying the wrong thing. You gotta tell me, growing up, what was your favorite cereal? And then you can name. I ain't even gonna make you do one. You can do your top 2 favorite cartoons.
Cornflakes.
Same
Your
thing
favorite.
Felix said.
Yo, Felix said that. Your top 2 favorite cartoons.
Damn, cartoons probably Phyllis the Cat. Man, I ain't really had
I
no
wasn't
type
ready
of
for Felix the Cat.
Phyllis the Cat used to be on first time.
You had to watch that at night.
I'm old, man. Phyllis the Cat. Yeah, Google that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What else? Price Speed Racer.
Oh, Speed
that's a
Racer, that's a
good
good
one. Man,
See,
my
that's why I
brother
knew.
used to love
I know.
that
I knew
shit.
you was gonna come correct, Funky. I knew. I
Okay,
knew
man.
it.
Phyllis the Cat,
Speed
Speed
Racer.
Racer, man. You know.
Man, you the first one to
what-
say
what was the
Speed
question?
Racer, boy.
Your favorite cereal when you was little, and your favorite 2 cartoons. Now, I didn't know Felix the Cat was gonna come up out of. If y'all ain't never seen Felix the Cat, go watch a clip of it on YouTube. You would know why that is so funny.
God.
Now they had the naked cats in the tub.
Yeah.
Felix the Cat was wild, but Speed Racer was
I
lit.
used to love
Yeah.
Speed Racer. That was
Speed
dope.
Racer was lit.
But I would say Frosted Flake and probably be the Super Friends
Huh.
Uh huh.
and man, Who else? What did I watch when I was little? Probably the Flintstones. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, Flintstones is a good
Okay.
one. That's a classic.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
That's just
a-
because I can't think of no I can't think of nothing else.
I mean, you know, Fat Albert and all that shit came
Oh,
out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, that was a staple.
You know what I'm saying?
Me and Cory,
I'm
we have a
Thundercat.
shared love of Thundercats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope too.
Oh, that was past my generation.
You don't know nothing about no
Yuck
Thundercats,
Mouth.
man.
What cartoon was Yuck Mouth?
Damn. I don't
That was,
forgot
that
about
was
that.
ABC. That was like one of them little schoolhouse
Cause rocks. Yo,
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rocks. Oh, you know what else is good? Don't nobody ever bring up Captain Caveman.
Yeah,
Oh,
I used to like Captain
yeah.
Caveman too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
So did.
That was a later cartoon.
Hey
came on
man,
in the
back in the day, in case y'all don't know, man, did nothing come on but cartoons on Saturday.
Straight up.
And Kung
For
Fu
us
Theater.
older people.
Function.
Yeah. Conjunction,
Kung Fu
junction,
Theater.
what's your function?
Kung Fu Theater was it.
Kung Fu Theater.
Yeah.
It was dubbed so terrible, we loved it. We didn't care.
So
I used,
look.
I used to take the VCR back in the day and take the cartoons and do the voiceovers over the cartoons.
Yeah.
2 VCR, y'all know about that.
You was a whole engineer at 7.
Yeah, back then.
He was created before he knew it.
You know what I'm talking about? So look here, man. This part of the show, I got some giveaways for you guys. I actually got some real giveaways. So first, I got some merch for you guys. I am gonna come back and get you the super exclusive.
Yeah.
I mean,
got
they
you.
love-
Listen,
love-
I'm putting him on camera right now. I need
got
that
you.
one he got on.
They love your hoodies, man.
I got you, man. But you know what I'm talking about. You got a little Southern hip hop.
Okay. Look at that. Ooh, look at
I got the XL, and that's the other one for Funky right here.
that. This medium.
It's Funky's
Y'all
right
supposed
here.
to swap.
Oh, hold on. Here,
I can't fit this little motherfucker.
That's yours right there. Here.
You gotta love Southern hip hop, man. And
He
then
got me
look here,
together. He
man.
got me
You
together.
got me right.
Check it out, man.
Country rap.
The
Thank you.
homies over there at Dutch Masters, man.
They're my homies.
Hold up,
Yeah.
man. Check it out, man. We
Hey man,
got
that's
you
one of our
right
first
here.
sponsors. Shout out to
Hold on.
Dutch Masters. They was
Shout out
one
to
of our
Dutch
first
Masters,
Really?
first
Give,
sponsors.
give her a Funky the blue one.
Oh yeah. I need this, man.
Hey, so
yeah.
tell me a little story
You
about
got you some-
Nipsey Hussle and Dutch Masters.
Huh?
Yeah, man. You got everything.
I'm-
You got your jaws in there.
You want to tell me a story
No,
about?
you tell him right quick while I look in this box.
They
'cause this box
sponsored.
nice.
They sponsored.
Yeah,
the,
man.
remember the
Oh
record
yeah.
shit?
clean.
We did the
That was the last time we had Nipsey Hussle. Long live Nipsey.
Yeah, that's when we brought Nipsey out to
And
Atlanta.
they
That was right
sponsored it.
before he passed away.
Oh,
And
yeah?
that's nice. That's nicer than the other one I got. Yeah.
You got a little
It's clean, man. Shout out to the
yeah,
homies
man, I
over
can
there.
put
at
my-
I like
Dutch
that. It got
Masters.
a lock on it. I could have some money in here.
Yeah, man.
That's
Oh, yeah,
nice
you
right
can
there.
show good,
Thank you,
man.
man.
Thank you, Dutch Masters.
Thank you, Dutch Master, and the whole country
Backwoods.
rap tune.
You know what I'm talking about? We
You know
in
what I'm
here.
talking about church.
You know what I'm talking about? So look, man, before we get out of here, do y'all have anything to say to these artists or to any entrepreneurs or to any DJs? Give me some jewels that they need to proceed, man.
Practice on your craft, man. Take it more serious. Get your content. You don't have to post everything. Just save it. Get your content ready. Have at least 10 episodes before you start posting. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that it's something that everybody can watch, not just your fan base. Get new fan base.
Man, I just say stay working, stay doing what you're supposed to do, stay in these people's face, and figure out a way to market and promote yourself and really study market and promotion, because in rap right now, I think that's what's really separating the major labels from the indie artists. If indie artists could figure out how to market and promote themselves, they'll win. You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, finally happy to be on your show. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
You know what I mean? Finally, man.
Finally,
You know
man.
what
I
I'm
came
saying?
on yours, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
man.
about?
Come on now.
We in here.
Come on now.
I got gifts for
What's
y'all, too. Of course, you see
my
the
hat.
Funky OG department.
yeah.
I got my own strand, you know what I'm saying?
We got to get
Funky
you the
OG.
coalition gift.
Fog Shop down in Fort Valley, downtown Fort Valley, you know what I'm saying, 108 South, Camellia Boulevard. Shouts out to, you know what I'm saying, all the black students.
You know what I'm talking about? Right there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Funky
Shout out.
there. But there it is, man. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Much success for the coalition and everything y'all doing. And that's what it is. Country rap tunes,
Country
man.
rap.
Give us some more
You already
Grammys, man.
Know what I'm talking
You
about?
know what I'm talking about?
We in here, man. Tabernacle preach, man.
Shout out to my wife and kids.
We've been making music ever since the crack boom. Country rap tunes. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Gotta have guitars and a lot of backbone. Come to the South once, I bet you'll be back soon. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Coming down. country rap tunes.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man, you got to feel my young partner, Cory Mo.